Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel, or welcome for the first time. My name is Juan, and here at Ethereal Art Studio, we are all artists. Today is a lot of fun because I'm going to show you exactly how I sculpted my all-time favorite star beast, the Xenomorph, which is back there. I'll show you step by step. But before we do that, I want you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll stay up to date with our latest time lapses and tutorials.
And this alien that I'm making is actually based on Alien Romulus, the most recent installment in the Hallowed franchise. This one helmed by Fede Alvarez and featuring a very young cast, most notably Isabella Merced or Dora. So it's Dora versus Xenomorph. Here I have my sketch on which I'll base the armature, or the skeleton that I'm going to be making. Will be based on this. It will be the same proportions, the same size. It will look the same. And for that armature, I'm going to use wire. I'm going to use different tools like pliers and wire cutters. I'm going to be using aluminum foil and cardboard, also Sculpey clay, a drill, and a couple of other tools. Most importantly, my hands. So these materials that I'm adding inside of the sculpture are meant to be very light so that the sculpture won't have too much weight above the legs, because then that will cause the legs to start to buckle, to crack, and ultimately to crumble under the weight. Here I'm reinforcing the legs with more wire, and I'm going to start building the head, that elongated H.R. Giger designed head. After which I'll add foil, and then shortly I'll add the clay. Now the clay, I'm gonna pack it on pretty tightly. I don't want any air bubbles, so I make sure that I apply it nice and firmly, nice and evenly, so that it won't have any spaces in between. And I'll do this throughout the whole body. So I've been actually creating art based on the alien, or the Xenomorph, since I was like in 4th grade. I have a drawing or two based on the Xenomorph from Aliens that I created in 4th or 5th grade. And I'm gonna make a video that basically features a whole gallery of all the art that I've made based on the Alien franchise. One thing about making a Xenomorph or an alien is that it requires so much detail. The rib cage, the exoskeleton, it's a lot of little specifically made carvings and sculpting that is required. But it's all worth it. In the end, it really feels just incredible to know that you made this, that you sculpted it. At first, or not at first it's exciting, but I would say in the middle of the process, it's just very hard and challenging, because you're like, this is not how it's supposed to look. This is not what I signed up for. It doesn't look anything like what I imagined. But then it starts to come together, and the dust really settles. I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll stay up to date and you'll get notifications when we create new videos. I love sculpting monsters. This is one of my favorites. I had kind of held off on the xenomorph because of how I perceived that it would be such a challenge. But it was actually very familiar. I've sculpted John Carpenter's The Thing, David Cronenberg's The Fly, Chuck Russell's The Blob, Pumpkinhead. And here I'm baking the sculpture at 275 degrees for about 20 minutes, after which I start the painting process. First I use some spray paint, and after this I'm going to use my airbrush machine to apply different shades. This xenomorph has a little bit of gold around certain parts of it, and the teeth are a mixture of gold and silver. Now I'm going to use some gloss varnish to make the alien nice and shiny and having a wet look, after which I'm going to use my glue gun to add the slime that is dripping from its mouth. And this is actually the final step. Well, thank you so much for watching the video with me. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Also, check out our playlist, Sculpting, and visit etherealartsstudio.com.